The goal is always more yield, but I guess one of the large focuses with this generation of varieties is giving us more weed control options in crop to battle tougher to control weeds we're finding in both irrigated and dryland systems. G'day, I'm Stuart McFadgen with Cotton Seed Distributors, local extension and development agronomist in the Guada and McIntyre regions. Installing a variety trial here today at Keytah, west of Moree. It's one of 5 irrigated variety trials going in this season. Extend Flex varieties going in, as well as the incumbent Bollgard Flex up against 606 here today, all the new Extend varieties. Keytah has got a long history of variety trials with CSD since its inception in the early 90s.
It's always a good idea to compare the different varieties in the same scenario. So here we've got a 30-inch row configuration, and back when Bollgard 3 started, we were comparing the 746 and the 748, and the plant architecture of the 748 showed that it probably wasn't as suited to this configuration. And as recently as 4 years ago, when we started growing the 606, we saw a yield improvement on that variety. And this year with the Extend Flex, we're hoping to trial that technology, and we think it's a good idea to do that on our own farm and get used to it.
So when we run the variety trials, we just run them in strips the length of the field. And so if we've got a 12-row planter, we'll have 12 rows of each variety and replicate that 3 times across the field. And then we come back in over the season and we take measurements at all those key developmental stages. So we'll do establishment, squaring, first flower. We do one as a flower progression, cut out, maturity. And that keeps us busy all season.
So part of the reason these variety trials go in is to measure the in-field performance of each of these varieties, because we want to introduce varieties that are incrementally better on the varieties that are available to cotton growers at the moment. And these in-field demonstrations allow us to pick and choose what varieties go forward within the breeding program and which ones we drop out because they just don't perform against what we see the new standard as being. And 2 of the varieties going in today have cotton bunchy top resistance, as well as improved verticillium and fusarium rankings against those diseases. And we like to introduce varieties that are better. It's normally 2 to 3, sometimes 5% better, and that way growers adopt the technology because the yields are there, and so the gross margins are better, so it just flows on.
Well, it's good to experience it firsthand, and you can look at trial data, but it's subject to a lot of things, climatic factors, insects, and when you're there looking at it each day, you get an idea and understanding of the different traits of every variety and compare them on a farming system that you're used to and looking at a regular time.
Yeah, it is a pretty exciting time for everyone in the cotton industry because you're looking to improve on those things you saw last season or the season before or last time this field went in that you can improve on, and the sky's the limit at this stage of the season, and everyone's really keen on trying to ring that bell with the cotton yields this year.